The Frank Knox Memorial Fellowship is the most prestigious full-ride scholarship to Harvard University. With it only being awarded to 15 people every single year, this is truly a life-changing opportunity that allows you to study any degree at any Harvard graduate school. The scholarship will not only pay for all your tuition and health insurance fees for up to 2 years, but it will also give you a $35,000 living stipend every single year. As a winner of the 2024 Frank Knox Memorial Fellowship, today I'm going to be walking you through the winning application that I used to secure this scholarship. As always, you can find all my Frank Knox scholarship materials in the description, along with heaps of my other scholarship materials and free resources for you to check out. Before we jump into my application itself, let's quickly go through the eligibility requirements. The Frank Knox Memorial Fellowship will allow you to study any degree at any Harvard graduate school, but it's only available to those who are citizens of the UK, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. If you don't qualify, that's okay. I'm gonna put a bunch of other Harvard scholarships down in the description that you can definitely apply for. For the application, you need to submit your resume, and I'll put up mine right now with the screenshots, a 1,000-word personal statement, 2 letters of rec, and then listing also your awards and extracurricular activities as just a little bit of a supplementary part of the application. So let's start with the awards and extracurricular activities that I listed because it's the easiest place to start. For me, I included 14 awards and 22 extracurricular activities. Basically, I just went nuts and tried to include everything that I could. In regards to my awards, some of those included like first class honors for my mechanical engineering degree, being the Curtin Innovation Award winner for teaching and learning, being the 2023 Mission Australia Young Changemaker of the Year, the 2023 Australia Day Young Community Citizen of the Year. Basically, those are just a ton of volunteering awards, but I also included things such as representing Australia at the World Ninja League Ninja Warrior World Championships. I also included things such as getting in the top 5% for one of my business law units. I got an award for that for some reason. So literally everything and anything I tried to include, and basically what you're just trying to show the panel is that you've done a lot of stuff. In regards to my extracurricular activities, you can only include things that you've participated in over the last 2 years. So I put 22 things, which is still a heap. This included being an executive panel judge for the 2024 7 News Young Achiever Awards, co-founding Elucidate Education, which is the non-for-profit that I run, but also things such as being a head commentator for the Australian Ninja Games, completing the Bustleton Ironman 70.3, also all the books that I co-authored. I put myself down as a co-author for those books as the extracurriculars. Again, I'm just showing them everything that I've done over the last 2 years to show them that I'm someone who makes the most of every single day and is always striving to make the most of every single opportunity. And hopefully that gives them faith that if I win a Frank Knox Memorial Fellowship, they can trust me with that award. But I want to quickly move on to the personal statement I wrote, because to be honest, this is the thing that matters the most by a mile. The reason that I won the Frank Knox Memorial Fellowship isn't my resume or accomplishments. It's mostly because of the personal statement that I wrote and the passion and the ambition that I was able to show through it. The good news is I think this is an extremely relatable structure that you can use when crafting your own personal statement, and you're going to see why very quickly. I've structured my 1,000-word personal statement as follows: 250 words describing my background and life story, 150 words on my professional achievements, 100 words on my lifelong ambitions, 250 words on why the Harvard program is important to me, 150 words on how I plan to contribute to the Harvard campus, and then 100 words on the conclusion. So without further ado, let's get into this. I'm gonna just read the personal statement from top to bottom, but again, if you wanna read it for yourself, feel free to go check out the Google Drive link at the top of the description. As context, I applied for a Master's of Education Technology at the Harvard Graduate School of Education. So that's what I was being considered for in this scholarship. As you'll see, the first 3 paragraphs are just setting my life story and telling a lot of personal aspects about myself. It's nothing personal, but my Australian high school was not for me. I sat subserviently still for 5 days a week and found it impossible to pay attention to my teacher's monotone recitals for more than 10 minutes at a time. As a result, I taught myself at night through the online learning platform Khan Academy. Listening to the engaging voice of Sal Khan in his free education videos empowered me to thrive in school and inspired the work I do today supporting tens of thousands of young Australians. Now on to the second paragraph, so a little bit about my high school upbringing and my poor experiences during high school. The second part is about education equity. It's nothing Australia seems to be ashamed of, but socioeconomic status is one of our strongest determinants of educational attainment. In my first year of university, I mentored a class of Year 10 students in a low socioeconomic school just 20 kilometers outside of Perth. And I asked them, Who here believes they can go to university? Out of 30 students, only 2 put their hands up. So again, talking about another problem in education. It starts with, it's nothing Australian schools seem to care about, but high school failed my mental health. I then kind of go through the paragraph explaining how the absence of social emotional learning had a big impact on my mental health and that it impacts others around Australia. So the first 250 words are just context setting, but now we're quickly going to move into my professional background and professional achievements so far. It's nothing our education policymakers seem to be doing anything about, but millions of Australian students are just like me and the low socioeconomic students I mentored. As a 6-time co-author, a former graduate school researcher, and the co-founder of one of Australia's largest education non-for-profits, Elucidate Education, I have worked to support more than 100,000 high school students by giving them equitable access to the textbooks, online content, and videos they need to succeed in school. Additionally, as a life skills educator, I've published my own non-fiction book called Realizing Dreams, made countless life education films, and taught thousands of students essential social emotional skills through delivering school workshops. However, this only scrapes the surface of my ambitions for giving millions of young Australians access to equitable and holistic education opportunities. Okay, so my professional experiences have just been covered very concisely in 150 words, and now let's move on to my lifelong ambitions. My lifelong ambition is to develop 2 nationwide EdTech initiatives that will significantly advance Australia's education equity and holistic education efforts. My first EdTech initiative aims to expand Elucidate Education Australia-wide to provide our 750,000 Year 10, 11 and 12 students with free access to all the textbooks, online content, educational videos and assessment software they need to succeed in school. My second EdTech initiative aims to build a nationwide life education curriculum that will be freely available on the Elucidate Education platform. To do this, I plan to collaborate with leading experts in social emotional learning to create engaging videos and online content that will equip millions of young Australians with the knowledge they need to thrive beyond school. Again, very concisely, I've conveyed my lifelong ambitions in 100 words, and now we're going to move into how the Harvard program is going to help me to achieve those ambitions. The EDM in Learning Design, Innovation and Technology at the Harvard Graduate School of Education is undoubtedly the best program to empower me to achieve my ambitions. For expanding Elucidate Education Australia-wide, I want to ensure I am designing ethical education technologies that provide targeted support to marginalized Australian students from low socioeconomic, rural, remote, and Indigenous backgrounds. By pursuing my HGCSE concentration in global, international, and comparative education, I will learn from world-leading universal design researcher Professor Jose Blackorby and 2 of the founding fathers of EdTech, Professor David Docterman and Professor Christopher Deedy. With their decades of experience pioneering world-leading education technologies, I will gain a comprehensive understanding of universal design principles, inclusive learning models, and user-centered design strategies, and how they can be translated into the design of impactful, ethical education resources at Elucidate Education. For developing my life education curriculum, I plan to learn from world-leading children's educational media designer, Professor Joseph Black. He has pioneered educational media shows such as Sesame Street, and his units will provide me with a wealth of knowledge on how to create films that are grounded in design principles. Pairing this with internships at educational media production companies in Boston, such as edX and Khan Academy, will be the perfect hands-on experience I need to grow my filmmaking skills and shape my life education curriculum to cater to young Australians from all backgrounds. Okay, so that's been heavily focused on the units that I hope to take during my time at Harvard and the professors I want to work with. Now let's go into the beyond the classroom opportunities that I hope to have as well. Beyond the classroom, I am eager to collaborate with world-leading researchers at the HGCSE Making Care Common project to develop empirically grounded social emotional resources for my life education curriculum. Additionally, working from the Harvard Innovation Labs brings the exciting opportunity to build partnerships with fellow EdTech non-for-profit founders. For instance, since our Elucidate Education platform already supports more than 59,000 international students each year, I hope to form enduring partnerships with the HGCSE students that will allow us to share our education technologies and expand our impact to hundreds of thousands of additional students across the globe. So that's what I hope to gain from the degree, which was around 250 words, and now we're going to spend the next 150 words talking about my contribution to the community. Above all else, as a young, ambitious Australian who has developed innovative solutions to provide tens of thousands of young, marginalised Australians with free access to more equitable and holistic education opportunities, I believe I can contribute immensely to the Hugsy community and mission. I plan to do this by continuously sharing my deep understanding of Australia's education system, creating culturally inclusive environments for my fellow international students, joining student leadership positions, and forming enduring bilateral partnerships with my fellow HTSE EdTech entrepreneurs. And now we've just got the 100-word conclusion. From the innovative and groundbreaking nature of my 2 EdTech initiatives, I believe I can make a significant difference in the lives of millions of young Australians each year. By expanding Elucidate education Australia-wide, hundreds of thousands of students from low socioeconomic backgrounds will gain free access to all the textbooks, online content, and educational videos needed to succeed in school. Additionally, by introducing Australia's most comprehensive life education curriculum, millions of young Australians will be equipped with the critical social-emotional skills that will allow them to thrive after school. Through the support of the Frank Knox Memorial Fellowship, I will work with world-leading EdTech professors, take advantage of the unparalleled on-campus opportunities, and grow into a leader capable of transforming Australia's education system and the lives of millions of young Australians. So that's going to do it for this video. That's how I won Harvard's most prestigious full-ride scholarship. I really hope this video has helped you, and as always, be sure to comment any questions you have in the description. And also, if you're looking for more one-on-one personalized support with your scholarship or college admissions dreams, be sure to fill out my Google form, which is kind of near the top of the description. I genuinely wish you all the best and good luck with your applications this year.